Can you believe your eyes? Our eyes and brain work together for useful vision. The eye is the sensory organ that collects light. The brain is responsible for converting, processing, and interpreting the data embedded in those collected photons into the usable information that we call visual perception. Light collected by the eye is sent to the brain. Neurons in the brain work together to convert and process data based on experience, context, inference, and bias. Optical illusions occur when the brain is tricked. Inputs that overstimulate different types of processing neurons produce physiological illusions. Inputs that trigger biased inferences during interpretation lead to cognitive illusions. Both these tricks result in the experience of optical illusions where perception differs from reality. We'll start with a physiological illusion. Stare steadily at the small black diamond in the center. Keep looking at the small black diamond. Did you see the red, white, and blue? This is called an afterimage caused by cone fatigue. One or more of the three color-detecting cone photoreceptors becomes tired and stops responding. We're going to move on. If you want to go into more detail about this, hit the pause button. The wheels on this page appear to move, even though in reality they are utterly stationary. The illusion is so strong that many people feel nauseous if they look at the image for more than a few moments. Notice that only those wheels in your peripheral vision appear to rotate. When you look directly at one of the wheels, you can't catch it moving. The critical feature for making the wheels rotate is the differences in the levels of luminance, or light, between adjacent elements. Our brain has specific direction-sensitive neurons that fire when we look at something moving in a particular direction. This illusion shows that these direction-sensitive neurons can also be activated by certain stationary patterns, even though they're not physically moving. Now we'll move on to cognitive illusions. The brain makes mistakes in its interpretation of the information that it received. Look at the squares labeled A and B. Are they the same? Our brain's perception of them is based on how it interprets the surrounding color and shadow information. When a hint is provided, you can easily see that the squares are the same color. This is a cognitive illusion. Look at this picture. Are these concentric circles, or is it a spiral? Let's trace one. Stand a few feet from the screen and walk slowly toward or away from it. Who do you see? This is a hybrid image. There are pixels corresponding to both Albert Einstein and Marilyn Monroe, and the brain is trying to decide how to fit them into a reasonable image. This is a cognitive illusion. Your brain is trying to interpret what it sees, but it's not sure. Here is another hybrid image. How many animals do you see? Which way is the dancer spinning? Keep looking. Does she change direction? Our brain relies on reference points, hints from the background, to decide which way the dancer is spinning. In this uniform background, there are no reference points, so the brain has to guess, and sometimes it changes its mind, and so you think she's going in a different direction. Once we place a reference point, the R on the dancer's leg, it's easy to figure out which direction she's spinning in.